About the Blues to Bryce Gibbs, who joins us online right now.
Okay.
Carlton winners by 9 points after a slow start. Bryce, thanks for being with us and congratulations. Now, Mike Sheehan put to Chris Judd in our 3AW box yesterday that Mick Malthouse, after the previous week's loss to the Bulldogs, had said to the players that it was the worst loss he'd experienced as a coach in 29 years. Chris refused to confirm it, but it sounds as though some pretty strong words might have been spoken out of that, and there was a good response.
Yeah, how you going, guys? Look, he was bitterly disappointed after last week's result, as so were we as players. And, you know, our season's been on the line the last couple of weeks, and we need to win games of footy. And when we dished up what we did last week, it wasn't good enough. So we all were disappointed and definitely needed to respond this week against the Tigers. And I'm glad and proud of the boys that we did.
Yeah, Bryce, it seemed to me after quarter time, they really got some overlap run going and got away from you in the first quarter, but you had a strong one-on-one focus after quarter time.
Yeah, we did. And it all started in the centre bounce. The boys were magnificent there in the clearances, and Robbie Warnock was getting his hand to it and getting us first use, so that sort of turned the game in the second quarter, I think.
Bryce, do we see something about, Chris Judd not playing? I think a lot of, everything's been dependent on Chris Judd a lot in the midfield, but sometimes it gives a lot of freedom to lesser type players when the leaders, a matter of fact, don't play the game. And do you think that might have happened a little bit yesterday? Other blokes get an opportunity?
Yeah, well, definitely. You probably look at the starting on-ball brigade. It was Zach Tui, Tom Bell and Ed Curnow. Like, no one would have picked that before the game.
No.
So it's great to see guys getting opportunities to play in different positions and stand up when, especially when someone like Chris is out, not playing. And we definitely saw that yesterday.
And some real grunt from Mitch Robinson and Brock McLean. How much influence does Robinson have when he takes on that sort of mad dog demeanour that he just showed all day yesterday?
Yeah, it's very important for us, and he's probably struggled to bring that consistently this year, and we love when he's doing it, and he excites you. He's around the ball, he's hunting it up, he's tackling, he's smothering, he's chasing, and so vital to us around the ball and around stoppages. So it's good to see him back in some form.
Bryce, do you think finals are a realistic proposition for your team now?
Oh, of course so. I mean, it's pretty simple. We need to win our next two games, and if we can do that, we'll play finals. It's as simple as that.
Well, you need Fremantle to beat Port Adelaide next week.
Yeah, but we need to beat Essendon as well. So that's going to be our sole focus, and we can't worry about Fremantle and Port. We've just got to make sure we win, and that's all we can do.
Do you think it's unfair the way you get targeted so often by the media and fans, as I believe that you do?
Us as a club?
No, yourself.
Myself? Oh, look, Carol, I don't pay attention to it too much. I play different roles within the team that a lot of people don't know about, and that definitely gets acknowledged inside the club. So, look, outside influences and rumours and things, that doesn't bother me at all.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. And what about your coach? Because Carlton was absolutely targeted by the media this week, and Robert Walls, a former club champion and premiership coach, took aim at Mick Malthouse and the entire coaching group. Mick loves to tell us that players don't read newspapers, but did you feel... Did any of that resonate with the playing group? Were you aware of the very harsh criticism you've been receiving as a club and your coaches?
I mean, you definitely hear bits and pieces around the place, but look, at the end of the day, it's in our hands to, go forward from there. We know we just got to keep winning games of footy, and there's going to be, things said about every club in the AFL, and being such a big club like Carlton is, and when the chips are down, people are going to come for us, and we know that. And look, it is what it is, but we really needed to stand up on the weekend and make a statement, and I think we did that.
We're speaking with Carlton's Bryce Gibbs on 3AW Sunday Footy. You were talking to Caro about the roles that you play, Bryce. You looked to have more of an on-ball role yesterday. You got forward. You kicked a goal that I want to have a chat with you about, but you looked as though you appreciated that. Is that how you like to be used?
Yeah, I wasn't playing in the back line this week, which was a bit different from the last couple of weeks. Spent some time up forward, which I probably haven't done a whole lot in my career so far, but I had times where I was trying to get to Deletio as well and played in the centre bounce for most of the last quarter as well. So had a few different things to do during the day, and yeah, it was nice to get a couple of touches.
Bryce, we've had a lot of speculation in the media, and some of it might be right, some of it might not be, but talking about there being a fair clean out of the list at Carlton at the end of the year. Have players been put on notice? Do guys know that they're playing for positions on the list, or is it just something that's speculated in the media?
Oh, I think, everyone feels that, they've got to perform to earn games. And Mick certainly come in and said he's not going to, gift anyone games. Everyone's going to have the same opportunity to play. So if you're not doing that, you won't play. So everyone is well aware that they need to keep performing to play and stay at the club. So I think that's a good thing, and it's putting pressure on everyone to play at their best.
And that goal you kicked at the punt road end that I mentioned, Bryce, it was put to me that you wear number 4, and it looks as though the president, who used to wear the same number, has been giving you a bit of kicking coaching. Didn't seem to come off cleanly, but it went all the way, found its way home.
Yeah, it didn't come off so sweet, but I was lucky enough it went through. I think the wind helped me a little bit, but I think the Pres was pretty happy to see it go through.
And what about the coach and his 60th birthday? Not often coaches are still coaching when they're 60, so it would be a rare experience. Did you celebrate it with him? Did he get in the circle and sing the happy birthday with you?
No, unfortunately, he didn't get the Powerade tipped all over him like a lot of us wanted to, but I actually didn't realise it was his birthday till after the game, so it was probably a bit bad on my behalf, but it was probably a nice birthday for him, and I'm sure he celebrated after the game.
I don't think he could have been given a better present than the way you blokes went about it. Well done, and thanks for joining us today.
No worries. Good to talk to you.